Hello everyone. What we have here is a 2006 Honda Foreman 500 ES, and the customer said his wheel was loose, and yeah, it's very loose, and it's not the lug nut, so it's a very bad white bearing we're hoping for. So let's dig into it. Okay, I took the hub off and we got bigger issues. What went from a possible bearing change out has now turned into a full axle replacement. The threads are completely gone. What they had done is had the nut on there and put a 16 penny nail. They drilled a hole actually through the axle and just put a 16 penny nail through there to hold the nut in place. So that's why I had so much free play. So I will be changing this axle out now. All right, to take this drum off, it's 8mm. There's two indentions, one on the bottom, one on top, where you can put a screwdriver in between that slot and help pry it out. Okay, that's off. That came off easy. Okay, it gives us access to the drums brakes, which I'm gonna have to replace them. There's nothing left on them actually. Wow, there is no pad left on these things. Okay, now I'm gonna take the other wheel off. Now I gotta take that nut off. Quarter pin out. To take this axle nut off, it's a 30mm. Wow, it wasn't even tight. Washer. Okay, so that was out. Okay, that gives us access to drive this axle out. Now we've got to disconnect the brake cables. We got a stubborn one. All right. No problem, we can fix that.
Get you taking stuff apart.
What's up? With the brake cables removed, we got 4 14mm bolts. I said bolts, but it's actually nuts. Okay, make sure you take the vent line off. And it should pop right out of there, and it did. Very dirty. It's got a lot, extreme amount of brake dust in there. Now that we've got the drum off, this shaft should come all the way out. And she did. So there you go. It's not a hard job. Just a few little things you have to take out. Not because of these threads are shot. Okay, I've got this brand new shiny axle. Got it off Amazon. I'm gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on the splines for the differential. I'm getting ready to install this. You've got two different sizes on the axle. You've got the thicker diameter and the small. The small will be inserted first on the drum side where the brakes are. The thicker diameter is where the drum shoe goes on. I do have an issue. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a washer in the very back there that actually goes right here. I'm going to keep from taking this part of the shaft off, so I'm going to take a screwdriver and insert it in here. And I don't know if I can do it. If I can, I'll just take the shaft off. It's no big deal, but I'm going to give it an effort. Okay, I do have the washer right there, if you can see it, but I'm just going to try to hold it up in place, and then hopefully it'll put the shaft right through the middle of it. If not, I'll just take it off. And just gently slide it in. It's moving the screwdriver over there, so hopefully it's gonna work. Oh, look at that, perfect. It's trying to come through right now, so it might be okay. I think it's gonna work. I checked the bearings are nice and smooth, so I won't be changing them out. With the axle installed, we're now ready to put the brake hub back on. And there's only one way it can go. Pretty simple. The brake lever will be towards the back. I got the drum housing put back on. I've put my 14mm nuts back on. I'm going to tighten them up. And I would alternate it diagonal. There's my dinner bell. If those tighten, we'll put the vent hose back on. I'm gonna hold off on putting these back on because I've got to put brake shoes. The brake shoes are completely gone off of this four-wheeler with 5,000 miles on it. With the hub on, we'll go ahead and put the spindle on. Okay, put the washer back on, the nut. Tighten her down. Needs to go a little bit more. Put our carter pin in. Yeah, about time for a new one. Okay, so I heard the dinner bell ringing, so I'm gonna go eat and I'll be back. After I got the new axle slid in, I went ahead and put new brake shoes on it because the old shoes had no pad left. And now we're going to put the drum back on. I'll put just a little bit of anti-seize around the splines. Okay, now we put the drum cover on. Just make sure it lines up with your boat hose. I only had 5 bolts. Okay, I thought I was missing a bolt, but now I see what's happened. Somebody's had this drum cover off before, and they've broken the bolt off inside there. That's why I couldn't find this number 6, and it's also why I couldn't get one started. So we'll just leave it off. With the drum cover on, we can now put the cables back. The foot pedal cable goes on the bottom. You've got 2 different size hose on this mount, so and there's different thickness of these cables, so it's hard to mess it up. I put a little WD-40 on the threads and in the nut just to make it a little easier to turn them. They do get corroded a little bit, and they're very hard to adjust if they get like that. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail on how to adjust these brakes. They're pretty easy. Just use the foot pedal, set it to where, you know, 1/4 inch or so. Should start getting some pressure around 1/4 of the brake. Same way with the handbrake. Adjust it to where you got about 1/4 inch free play. And that should do that part. So all we like now is the spindle. Just a little snug there. Dang, it hurt. Okay, so that's on there. Castle nut. Okay, that looks good. Make sure everything rolls freely. Now all we have left is the back wheel. And that completes the job. Wasn't too bad. It was a lot more involved than I was expecting. I went in thinking it was going to be a wheel bearing and ended up being an axle. But you never know, you get into these machines that are 20-something years old. A lot of people's done things to them, and sometimes they don't do the right job. Okay, if you like this video and it helped you out, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.